Yo, what's up? This is Jake. In this video, I'll be showing you how to double touch like Squishy, Justin, get those really nice highlights so you can clip them and show them to your friends. If you thought double touches are too hard to try and you're not good enough yet, I can definitely tell you once you get backboards consistent, it's not too much of an extra stretch to start getting double touches. If you haven't seen my backboard YouTube video yet, definitely go check that out. It'll be somewhere here. But anyway, let's crack right into it. So a double touch consists of two parts, the first touch and the second touch. Now the first touch is what makes the double touch hard and is pretty difficult to get down and will take a lot of practice. The second touch is just pretty much the same skills you learn practicing backboards, okay? So definitely go watch the backboards YouTube video, but the first touch, if you get a good enough first touch, the second touch is very easy and you hardly even have to do anything. So for the first touch, the first tip, which is the most important thing by far, is you have to air roll into your shot, okay? I've seen some people say that you need to boost into the ball. There's probably other things going around. The only real important thing you need to do is air roll into your shot. Now when I say air roll, I do mean that, but I also mean like this, or like that. Honestly, you just have to be moving your car in some direction when you do your first touch. This is why. So if I go up and I don't air roll, my car will do something unpredictable like that, okay? See how it bounces backwards if I do it like that? That time was pretty good. Bounce backwards into the left a bit there. So you have to watch out for that. If you let go of your thumbstick completely when you do your first touch, you don't have any control over how your car will recoil, okay? The counter to this is you just air roll. So you can air roll forward like that, and it's consistent. You can air roll to the right, and it's consistent. You can go to the left, and it's consistent. As long as you're moving while you do your first touch, your car won't recoil, and it will be a lot easier to know what to do. So knowing that one trick, that might just help you to start scoring the double touches more consistently if you're already at a high level. Now getting into the actual double touch, going back to my other YouTube video on how to do ground shots, it's really important where you hit the ball. So when you're going up, focus on hitting the ball roughly underneath it, so you get that nice power and it stays above the crossbar. If you get too far above the ball, it will just go down, and it's very difficult to do a double touch if you have to then like boost down to get it, okay? So the best thing you can do is aim for under the ball like that and air roll into your shot, okay? The next step is just practice getting it where you want it. So for these easy ones, you want to aim to get it so that you don't have to adjust at all, okay? That's a perfect double touch. It wants to be quick and don't have to adjust at all. When you're first starting, do these as slow as you possibly can, okay? You can see me going up, I'm really relaxed, air rolled backwards for that one, and then put it in. You can see as well, you don't need to be boosting. You can put it in like that, okay? So for the first touch, just focus on hitting the ball roughly underneath. Focus on making sure your car is moving while you hit it, and hit it roughly so that when you do hit it, you're going to hardly have to change your car's direction at all. Talk about the aerial and how to approach it. You want to make sure you're doing a fast aerial and getting up really quickly so you can give yourself the time to make sure you get to the right place. So you can go watch my first YouTube video on how to fast aerial properly. This video is really bringing together a lot of the ideas I've talked about in the past. But anyway, you fast aerial, you jump up like this, and don't worry too much about boosting the whole way, because it can be kind of hard to accurately hit the ball where you want it if you boost the whole way. You can see I'm even struggling here. It's a lot easier to just get roughly up to here and stop boosting and kind of just float there, okay? Lots of people have a problem, just in general honestly, but it really hurts their double touches where they hold their boost down for too long and they really ruin the accuracy they can get if they just slow down a little bit. And to go over what I said before, you definitely don't need to be boosting when you do your first touch. As long as you're doing some kind of movement when you hit the ball, it'll be totally fine. So to round off the part of the first touch of the double touch, I want to talk about an advanced adjustment you make once you start getting those first ones down. This is very helpful when you start doing harder double touches or double touches from different angles like this. So basically, the perfect double touch is essentially when you do your double touch, you do your first touch, and then you don't have to adjust at all to get your second touch. Although, this can be kind of hard sometimes with shots like this, because if you don't adjust, you're quite far away from the goal. So you do want to generally be touching this and boosting a bit to the right, okay? So to do this, you want to do your first touch in a way so that it's easy to have your car's boost pointing so that you'll go the way you need to go. Now, what I mean by that, so I want to make sure that I'm going right after this shot, right? So do it roughly like that. That wasn't good though. What I want to do is I want to hit the ball in a way so that I can instantly start boosting the way I need to go. I'm screwing this up a little bit, but you can kind of see, so say like that, and then my boost is pointing so that I'm going to the right and it's being quite quick. I am choking under the pressure. An example of me not doing this right would be doing something like this, okay? Hitting this ball like that, and then I'd have to do another turn, right? The idea is once you do your first touch, you don't want to have to move your car again to make your adjustment. Kind of like this. This is a good example. So I do my touch, and my car is already pointing the way I need to adjust. So to give the counter example again, I don't want to be pointing like that because then I have to waste time doing that 180. You want to make sure that your car is already pointing the way you need to adjust. I wish I scored that. Now to cover the second part of the double touch, and this is the easy part, okay? Once you get backboard reads down, it's essentially everything I covered in that video. So once you get your first touch, you'll either have to go left, right, up, down, or somewhere in that space, you know? So all you want to do is realize which way you need to go, and then boost that way, and that's pretty much it. So let's do my first touch here. So I need to go down, because I was going down, okay? Let's try, so I need to go to the right and down again. Misread it again. This is very hard while talking. I need to go up a bit. So you can see, I'm doing my first touch. I need to go to the left a bit. Ooh, I screwed that up actually. Doing my touch, I need to go to the right, and I go to the right like that, okay? So that's all it is. It's do your touch, and then figure out how you screwed up your first touch, and how you need to adjust to do it properly, okay? 2 extra tips, again, they're the same tips as the backboard video, so if you haven't watched that, definitely watch that, because this is literally just a backboard once you get a good first touch, okay? But good tips are make sure you're above the ball so it doesn't go on the crossbar, and try and make sure you're air rolling or moving your car somewhat when you do the hit. For the same reason as you get less recoil when you do it on your first touch, there's something about air rolling or moving your car which makes the ball a lot more consistent and easy to control with your hits. It's really hard to explain, but basically, oh, these first touches are not good. Basically, point to the right, and then air roll a little bit, and your shot will be very consistent. One more, so I just need to go forward, screwed it up. One more where I get it, let's go. Surely this one. So I need to go to the right, and then make sure I get above the ball so it goes down. And that's pretty much everything to cover double touches. So I realized I clickbaited the title a little bit too hard, saying double touch like Deevo. Pretty much, what really made double touches click for me after watching Deevo do them in Season 2 was he didn't air roll before. So after he did his first touch, during his adjustment phase, he wouldn't air roll, okay? He's still doing the air roll as he hits the ball, but for that adjusting, whether you go left, right, up or down, most of the time he was doing this thing that the freestylers like to call helicoptering. It just looks like that. The idea is he didn't want to mess up too much with like trying to go really quick to the backboard or away, because at the end of the day, you only have to go either up, right, down or left, or somewhere in between when you're doing your adjustment, right? So this is what Deevo did to make his adjustments really easy for himself. You can kind of see, it's a bit hard to do because I don't do it as much anymore, but it's kind of like that. He would just do that and kind of helicopter and control his boost to put it where he wanted to. It's an interesting way to do it. Look, you don't have to do it, but I thought it was really cool to just kind of do it like that, because lots of people will, again, like similar to backboards, they'll try too hard to air roll and they'll just confuse themselves. It's like, you don't have to do that. You can just do this and then do that and then time when you're boosting, depending on where your boost is pointing, and then it's a really consistent way to do it. So I hope you've seen that double touching isn't too hard. You can definitely achieve it, especially if you have your backboards down already. It's just a matter of practicing that first touch. You can start very slow and then work your way up to the faster double touches, okay? If you've gotten this far through the video, I definitely believe in you. It's good to see you so motivated, and thank you for watching so far. Make sure you've subscribed and click the bell notification, and follow all my other social medias. I stream on Twitch, my Twitter has tweets on it, and sweet. Join the Discord as well. Alright, I'll catch you later.